Make sure you acknowledge this,
Let's
shuttles.
go.
All right.
What up?
All right. Welcome, everybody, to episode 4 of SOCOM-Talk, a podcast dedicated to anything related to SOCOM. I am your host, The Young Capone. You can follow me on Twitter at The Young Capone1. And as always, I am joined by my co host. We got Runningmanosk at Runningmanosk on Twitter. How are you doing, Running Man?
Not much. I'm just hanging on in there, ready to get this podcast over with, and get everybody on board.
Okay. And then I got my other co host, JuvyHEll at Juvie on Twitter. How's it going, Juvie?
Doing good, doing good. Excited, excited about this one. I want to say special
Mhm.
thanks to our guest Celerity for joining us.
Yeah,
Yeah, what's up?
definitely. All right. And hold on. Then we got our special guest in the building. This guy is a very recognizable figure in the SOCOM community. We're joined by Celerity at S2Celerity on Twitter. How's it going, dude?
How's it going, man? Just I'm glad to have uh, you invited me over to this podcast tonight.
Definitely. Okay, so one of the things we want to do here, when we're forming this podcast, is we want to get everybody's SOCOM background. So, we have a few things to talk about, but the first thing is your SOCOM background. And what I mean by that is this is a three-part question. Okay, so first of all, how did you hear about SOCOM? What year did you start playing SOCOM? And which SOCOM title did you start playing?
Um, in 2003, I started playing SOCOM 2. My brother in December
Mhm.
for Christmas, he got me PlayStation 2 and SOCOM 2 copy. He actually had like 5 PS2s at the time because he was just so into SOCOM,
All right.
and he played. Other than that, he played Final Fantasy 11. Of course, he had the external hard drive, but yeah, that's basically my first time playing an online shooter as well. And SOCOM just happened to be that shooter, and it's been nonstop SOCOM ever since.
Okay, so you said your first shooter ever was SOCOM, is that right?
uh, my online shooter. I played GoldenEye before that.
Okay, yeah, yeah. All right.
Oh yeah, Golden. I remember that game.
I
Yeah,
remember
that's
that
a
memories
classic.
there.
All right, so you said you started playing in '03. Before that, was there any other game that had your attention like SOCOM did once you started playing SOCOM?
uh, Diablo 2 from my grandparents'
Mhm.
dial-up connection.
Oh no, dial-up. That's the one where you couldn't use a phone and play that at the same time,
Yeah,
right?
I couldn't play till 8 o'clock at night because they needed the phone before then.
All right. Okay, let's see. All right, so let's talk about some of the SOCOM features. Like, what are some of the SOCOM 2 features that you remember that you haven't seen in any other game, like such as the dive to prone and all that stuff? What are some of the things you remember?
Yeah, like first off, I would want to say the clan system, definitely
Hmm.
the lobbies, like the way it's set up, like US East, Canada West. There hasn't really been anything like that. There's server browsers, but it's not really sacred, like separated into certain communities, right? Like people play in their certain areas, and that's where you would always come to talk with your friends and your buddies in those. Then for mechanics wise, analog sensitive running is a really big one. Most
Hmm.
games have run buttons these days, and I don't understand why, but like running and gunning is a really big thing in SOCOM. That what strafe battles and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's what
that's
made the game addictive.
Toe-to-toe battles.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, Running Man? Like, what are some of the
Oh, I totally
mechanics you
agree.
miss?
I like the gun hot. Let everybody know that someone's around you. That way, you guys are going to be on a toe-to-toe battle, like he said. The clans to play your favorite room.
Hmm.
The 22 maps, all 22 maps.
Free
The
maps.
Yeah,
fact the fact that
Yeah.
you have a night vision goggles on nighttime maps
yeah,
for the reasons of having that real feel. Just valuing your life just when you got shot, you actually, stepped up your game. It was like a hide and seek kind of thing. You wouldn't run around with your head cut off, spraying and praying like a Call of Duty game would be. Just basically, you had more control as your guy, as tactical as the game gave it to you guys to
Hmm.
play. So that would be my opinion. I don't know if you guys feel that, but that's what I feel.
What do you think, Juvie? What are some of the mechanics you remember?
Well, let's start with saying I remember SOCOM 2 in particular used to be able to. I haven't seen other games, and it wasn't like a built-in game mode. But I remember we used to 3-on-3 crossroads 4v4 snipe offs,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
we used to do the
Yeah.
M16 offs.
yep.
You know, pistols, that the stuff we used to invent ourselves. SOCOM 1, we had paintball and little
Oh
things
my
like
god.
that SOCOM offered, that none of these games you can't even, just because of the mechanics of the game doesn't even allow you to.
Yeah, and
You know, these
that's the
maps are
thing.
so
Like,
big that to do a 1v1 off or a 3-on-3 is like,
yeah,
it's just, you can't even do it.
yeah. I
And
remember.
remember the grenade arc? Vigilance was mentioning about the grenade arc. You get to control where you throw your nade. That's a little,
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
decent.
SOCOM 2 had the best one. SOCOM 2,
Yeah.
you could
SOCOM
literally
2.
throw the grenade above your head
Mhm.
and let it drop. And you
Right
used to
next to
walk
Yeah,
you.
and the
yeah,
guy
yeah.
died
I
right
remember
into
doing
it.
that when I
Yeah,
killed
Those slow
myself every
I did
time I
grenades.
got a
that
good
Yeah.
win.
multiple times.
Short grenades, man. Those were like clutch moments right there. You
Yeah, and
run
then
around the
Yeah.
corner.
we were talking about last week how SOCOM Combined Assault started changing. If I remember correctly, in SOCOM Combined Assault, you could run and throw your grenades at the same time, right?
Yeah, they'd
SOCOM
wear
2
like
Yeah.
didn't
bouncy
have that.
balls too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you could bounce them off the walls and stuff like that.
yeah,
SOCOM 2, that's the only thing
yeah.
that you had to stop and throw the grenade, but still, man, you
It
throw a
felt
G
good
nade,
though.
it was like,
Yeah,
you know,
and again,
Grenades. Yeah.
like those
The.
little M16 offs. Like I remember we used to do like M40 offs, just
Mhm.
not even zooming in, just run around, shoot,
Yeah.
shoot,
old
shoot.
school.
Capture the King of the Hill or whatever on
Yep,
Desert Glory in the
yep.
middle
Well,
building.
I remember
leaning
that.
over walls help too, like you see a better bird's eye view as if you when you're sitting in third person.
Yeah.
So you get to like
Yeah.
it's not camping. It's hide and seek. It's what the real
Oh my
military people would
god.
do. They would
Yeah, I
hide
like what
and
Celerity
take
did
their
with
enemy out.
What's up?
strafing. I said, I love what you said about the strafing, like the back and forth
Mhm.
gunfight. Like, it was a little bit of lag, but that took skill, man. Like,
Yeah, for
you
sure.
was in a battle with an M16, man. It was pretty much whoever had the best aim, who shot it the fastest.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
How
unless
Um.
you are on
yeah.
short shot, and they're like, obviously
Oh
they had the
god.
advantage, but
Sure shot.
Freaking
Oh
sure shot.
my
Anybody
gosh.
here
Sure
play
shot.
sure shot?
Um.
No,
I knew
no, I
people who
tried it.
played sure shot that like
Mm.
most of them would strafe back and forth, just auto 16ing like all over, right? But because
Yeah.
you could hold down X and hit your R1 and it would just be automatic
Yep.
basically.
Oh
But
my
I know
automatic
god,
M.
dude.
people who would
Yeah,
play sure shot like it was precision, and
Hmm.
they wouldn't do that. So it's two different
yeah.
like just
I knew a couple.
different
I
play
played on it
styles.
for a while, and I wasn't as good. Like, it's really, you can't even throw grenades. You have to like shift the button and then
Yeah,
look
you
for the.
gotta. There's
Yeah.
no quick one, quick two.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. But that definitely had the kind of advantage, man. That sure shot you had, with that automatic M16 was definitely an advantage.
Yeah, and then
So
again, like Running Man said, like you valued your life. I remember there'd be times where I'm sure everybody's gone through this. You know, you're down to like half HP, you're 1v3 and 1v4, and somehow you manage to clutch it. You know, you kill the first guy, like, oh, this might be possible. You kill the second guy, you end up pulling it off, you know?
You get a
Like,
vote, and that means someone's
yeah,
near
you
you.
remember that, guys?
People
Voting?
trying to hint off
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
as
they would
god,
tactical
dude.
as
either
possible.
they would either get you killed or make you win the round, basically.
It
Exactly.
worked.
All right.
We'd also do
yeah.
like team kill respawns before Clan Wars as well to warm up.
Oh yeah, yeah. You go in a respawn like in Frostfire, just M16s and stuff.
Yeah, you just shoot each other in the spawn, and
Yeah.
it would just basically get your aim up and get you hyped up before a Clan War. When you go in there, like Clan Wars is another big thing about SOCOM, like password rooms. You didn't really have that on any other game.
Nope. And
No,
then
you can't even do them. You can't even do them because it's hard to get people in a lobby. Like the lobby systems are messed up. Plus, another thing people don't talk about with these newer games, as far as clan wars, is like,
Mhm.
you got these in SOCOM. Once you died, you died. You know,
Right.
like you're not able to talk to the guy that's living. Now they got these things where on PS4 you're in a party and you're dead, and you're telling them, "Oh, he just killed me. He's over here."
Hmm.
That takes a little bit away from it.
All right. So you said did you ever like get into the SOCOM 3 or combined assault games? I heard you played them, right? But you didn't really get
Yeah.
into them.
The first 3 months we went on game battles for combined assault. And for SOCOM 3, we played the bigger maps for a bit. The extraction, whatever the car mode where you had to bring the trucks.
Convoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Played that for a bit, but then basically went straight back to SOCOM 2 after that got old.
So what do you think made 3 and combined assault made people want to say, screw this game, I don't want to play, I'm going back?
Maybe leaning and walking at the same time, shooting through wood boards, having a
that's right.
silencer on every gun in the game, a high scope on almost every gun in the game, a GL launcher on almost every gun in the game. Just way too much customizability like Battlefield had, and the vehicles driving around, people just running over everybody, like firing a turret off the back of the truck nonstop, legging the whole room up. I don't know. Just
that was only on the bigger maps,
there's
right?
so many multiple and the ghillie suits too. Like people could just blend into the grass and they were invisible basically.
Yeah.
A lot of maps were broken where like Boneyard small, you could lay, if you didn't have range explosives on a map, you could lay PM mines down tunnels and people couldn't even blow them up with their gun. They took that out of the game. You couldn't shoot PM mines and blow them up. So people had to basically sacrifice their lives to get through where they needed to go.
Yeah.
There was that one map, Harvester or whatever, where the terrorists could just lay with silencers and sniper rifles in the middle of the field and camp the SEAL spawn the whole time and win every run that way. There was no way of getting out of your spawn, basically. It was just a nightmare.
So you played combined assault, and did you move on to confrontation as well? Did you play that format?
Confrontation I played about the same time, about 3 months.
That's when the run button came in, right?
Oh my goodness, the run button that was bound. It was bound to the knife button, so that when you started the round, if you didn't hold it down right away, you would team kill someone that was in front of you at the beginning of the round. Jesus.
See, that's why I never gave those games a chance. That's why I was just SOCOM 2, and I heard the push. Push is strong. I've been trying to push. I understand there's a poll going on. Next week we're going to get our answers, apparently. I guess you know a little bit more about that. I asked BigFry. BigFry's he's like, yeah, calm down, man. They're coming out with the answers. I'm like, it better be legit because it's in Europe, I guess. But he says, quote, they wouldn't just make the game for the UK and just be like, yeah. So that poll will matter,
affect everybody. Yeah.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see all you guys. King,
hey, how's it going,
Dr.
dudes?
Mig, J Bing, BigFry, Blood Stores. Okay, so this poll, we were talking about it the other day, me and you, Celerity, that it doesn't really make sense why they would postpone the announcement since they get the results instantly. Like, do you think there's something behind that they might announce something else with it, not just
it might go with something else. They might have a video planned for the whole thing. I'm not quite
just
sure
like how
yet.
they had a video in 2003 and 2 and all those good videos on commercials and stuff like that, and how the promos they've done for the game. You think they're going to do it that well?
I hope so.
Oh man.
Do you think they're holding back that much?
Sony's been separated a lot lately because they've been working on PS4 and PS3 at the same time. They haven't focused on the one.
And they got the Project Morpheus, I was saying.
Oh my goodness. I don't even want to talk about that.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to actually talk about the poll and how we've been acknowledged actually by you have actually reached out and got Adam Boys to tell you to go and talk to the big cheese himself, the what's his name, Yoko, I can't pronounce it.
Shuhei Yoshida.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on that? Should we bug the guy or do we calm down a little bit and then bug him later? I think we've gotten acknowledged. What do you think?
I think he's trying to lay the fire off of the Gio Corsi and Shahid Kamal. That's all he wants to do.
But we were told, and Gio Corsi, was asking for us to, give him a list of games, and we done it. And I think he's got overwhelmed by the SOCOM community. If you don't think,
yeah, but he said he'd just relay the message on to somebody else, right? Because they're a third party. They said that's what Adam Boy said. They're a third party, so they don't deal with exclusives like SOCOM for Sony.
All right, so the question is, if we start bugging this Yoshi guy, I'm going to just call him Yoshi. I don't know. I make up these names as I go. Sorry, New York. All right, so, by the way, so we're on a poll. We've been acknowledged, hopefully, and they're asking us to, now we got to talk to the big guy himself. So if we bother that guy, what's that going to do? Like, do you think we'll get acknowledged by him? Because I've heard in rumors, a lot of people have been blocked by him just by his, their opinions. And
I think Lukenbacher did, yeah.
Well, there you go. There's one right there. I know a couple. I don't want to start opening up a can of worms, but yeah, man, I've heard a good couple of people have been getting blocked by a couple of the execs of Sony. That shot. Help me out here, Capone.
Oh, the other guy you mean, the
Shaheem.
Kamal.
Yeah, they're starting to block now. So that's why we got this podcast going on right now. We don't know what to do. We're in a mind boggle right now of this, and we don't want to fucking ruin it.
Yeah.
Says he was blocked by
is somebody's mic's all fuzzy? If you can fix it, plug in your mic.
Yeah, I have a question for Celerity.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, what's
actually, do you think we have tried? Well, we have done as a SOCOM community everything we could do to try to get this game.
Yeah, basically, we did the PS blog share. That was top. That was a while back though. They didn't say anything to us about that. They basically archived everything of the old PS blog and made a new one. So I don't know. That's under the covers already. Everything on Twitter that we're doing seems to be like, especially this year, has been acknowledged, and I'm really excited that they had the poll with SOCOM.
I'm excited too. Don't worry, I'm excited. We're all excited on that. I'm just wondering if everybody's getting drained, just like, they get drained on being betrayed on every other thing that we've been betrayed on, and you know what I'm saying. But we need to do this. Like, they asked.
The push of the PS4 community would be a really big thing at the moment, because it's on the next-gen console already, and that's something that would be noticed. Like that, right now, there's already 3,900 members in the SOCOM Remastered community on PS4. So
really?
Yeah, I see that.
And how long ago was that?
I started it last Friday.
That's really crazy. And how do we get in on this? Do you know how to get people in on it?
There's no search function yet, but if you go to under the Friends tab on PS4, you go to Communities, and there's a Discover Communities button, and you can hit that. And if your friends are in the community, you'll see it under the Friends Community tab. If not, you can add myself or somebody else that has their PSN in the community group, and they can invite you into the.
So everybody that's in that group is definitely for SOCOM. Now, are there any moles? Could there be possibly? And you can like kick them out. Like I'm saying, like people, moles, like as of. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
There's people advertising other communities inside our community. They're also advertising H-Hour.
Yeah, exactly.
And a lot of them are pushing for a Confrontation remake instead of a.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just trying to ruin the whole concept of SOCOM 2 and why that room is up. See, that's what I don't understand. We got like these things going on for a reason, and they're labeled for that reason. We don't want to mislead anybody what we do, and that's what I don't understand. Like people that come and try to show support. That's how we know you're a faker. You know what I mean? And that would just disgusts me, especially with H-Hour. Shout outs to everybody that played it and paid and wanted that SOCOM what they told us feel, which they're not complying with. I'm really pissed off with you guys here. You guys should be pissed off at SOF. You should be on board with this push for SOCOM. And I see too much H-hour fucking fake fanboys out there that are just trying to ruin it for the real deal SOCOM. What do you think about that, Celerity? What do you think? Because you've played H-hour. I know you've put a couple of dollars in H-hour. I know you're in that boat like those others. And what do you think? As I know you want this game to happen, right? Because you put money into it. But I need to hear um, your point on this.
I'm like, I played every rendition of HR so far, right? Every 0.2 to 2.0, whatever kind of patches they put out, but they just don't seem to have the team anymore to do it. Like, everybody is leaving their side, and the mechanics that are there at the moment is just not good enough. They can put out as much content as they want. It's just, if the gameplay isn't there, people aren't going to stick around.
Do you think it should have been there by now? And they have too many excuses that's going on? And that's why people are like going ape shit. Like they had one time had a Twitch conference with these fucking haters that it should have been like with the people from the beginning, like what they created. But those people backed out because they felt shadiness. They felt that red flags went up. They're not totally for what they're saying, what they're for, and that's just, people need to know that there's a big community out there that are trying to like mislead us to go vote for their game and try to, like, because they're on the same page. Basically, they're trying to bring back a game that's not existing, I guess, because it's not SOCOM. So what are they trying to bring back? You know what I'm saying? So they're actually thirsty for supporters. But as you see right now, why aren't they the SOCOM supporters like when they first, thought it would be for the game?
I don't know if you guys
SOCOM.
saw that tweet, but I believe it was BigFry. He was arguing with one of these dudes, and the dude said, or he said something to the extent of, "Let's see what makes it to PS4 first, H-hour SOCOM." You know what I mean? That's fucking retarded, bro. H-hour is never leaving beta. Period.
HR has probably less than a quarter. I don't even know how much money they have right now, but it's definitely nowhere
They're running
near
out.
the type of money that a SOCOM game would
Yeah.
put out to create a game.
So what are they running on if they have server costs every month and they got to pay the devs or whatever? Like, where's that income coming from?
They're using UE or Unreal Engine, and that costs a pretty penny. And I heard that Unreal Engine don't give a fuck as long as they can pay the bill.
It's 5%
they'll support anything.
royalty to Unreal Engine right now. It's free to download, but you have to give them 5% royalties for everything that you sell.
Okay, now I remember
It's
you
not
said
much. It's not much if you're not selling, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
I
So
remember
they basically get it for free. It's I do have another
Saying
question.
SOF sounds like a clown suit, like someone in a clown suit, man. It's like, fuck. Go ahead, New York.
BigFry just said that Tom took it
I
over
don't know if you're able to answer this, and if you can, which is fine, just say next question. But you were talking about the 8-hour game mechanics and stuff like that.
Yep.
Now, my question is, was there? I heard a lot of people say that it was really good in the proof of concept.
Yes.
Is it so?
That's when David Troy Sears was around, though.
Yeah.
But when David Troy Sears left, it just went downhill.
There's two different ones. Like, the game is now different than what it was before.
One was
It's
on
slightly
Unreal 3,
different,
and the art style and the gameplay, the mechanics were a lot different. They said they used a lot of shortcuts with like netcode and programming shortcuts to create the demo though for the game. But I'm pretty sure instead of deleting everything they had and starting from scratch, they could have still been working with what they had and added onto it because that was what everyone donated for. That's a video that got posted on Kickstarter, an alpha video saying, this is what we have right now. This is what you're donating for. This is what we're presenting to Sony and other investors to get onto PC and PS4.
I remember that. Now to follow that up. Now, how good you were involved with that, if I'm correct. Now, how good was that? Was that like was that old SOCOM? Did you get that feeling? Was that it?
I was able to play it a bit, and yes, from what I played, it was still to this day better than what they have right now in early access.
All right, and that's the closest thing you've seen since since SOCOM or felt actually as far as gameplay mechanics.
Yes,
You see, that's what I understand. I heard a few people saying that's what pisses me off. That this is why one of the reasons why I refuse to buy it is like all this money donated to get this game going under the name of David Sears. Obviously
And
when he was
SOCOM.
there,
Yep.
he had the concept. You had old gamers, like Celerity and a bunch of other ones saying, "Hey, this is it. This is what we want."
Yeah.
At such an early stage, and then the complete opposite happens as you move along.
And it's still
So-
opposite. It's still opposite till this day, but you got people on board supporting and saying, fuck the real SOCOM remaster, the chance of the real McCoy coming to PS4 platforms. The whole point of us paying the money to want to see implemented SOCOM, because we know that Sony would never do it, but here we go. We have a chance, a pull, and all this,
Yep.
all of the above things that you got. Apparently, White Knights. They're called as White Knights. They're
Mhm.
the tainted Tom Brady bunch. Okay, they're
Wow.
basically a whole group of fucking tainted people that don't know nothing about SOCOM, and they don't give a fuck about SOCOM, and they don't even care about H-Hour, but they think they're all big because SOF Studios follows them and replies back to them and probably Skypes with them and probably gives them deals and free fucking beta codes to give to your friends. Whoop-de-doo-da-day. Guess what? Nobody fucking plays. There have been fucking keys. How long? Been
Wait.
giveaways and nobody plays. I don't see any hype on the
Yeah.
fucking game. Everything is there, and I just want to get it straight to the point. These fucking H-Hour guys, you guys gotta stop fucking around and play your fucking cards right. Speak your opinion, but choose it wisely, all right? Because you just look like idiots. You look like fucking idiots.
This is
And
what
yeah, go ahead, say it, bro.
Okay, we would be advertising SOCOM or something like that, and someone coming along and talking about H-Hour, and
Yeah, exactly.
it would just blow up. And the H-Hour people are like, some of them support SOCOM, but some of them are like totally against SOCOM now. Like, they don't want to hear that bullshit anymore. Apparently, they're like, "Oh, SOCOM's dead. Get over it. H-Hour is now."
All right, let me ask you this. Because
It's like the guys
I
that believe in aliens and
made
shit
the
or something.
videos. I didn't
Oh my
support
God.
that H-Hour stuff once they started banning people. So I want to get into
I
this.
would
We're
start
gonna
supporting
get
when
into
I see the
H-Hour.
fucking SOCOM features. How about that?
Who
How
are
about
the
that?
H-Hour fans? Are these guys old SOCOM players, like who used to love SOCOM?
Like us, like you,
Or are
me,
these
BigFry,
guys like
Abel, Celerity.
actually
List goes
H-Hour
on.
fans? They just started playing it now. They like it. They want to see it
Yeah.
come out. Like, who are these people now in the H-Hour?
They're PC
these
gamers,
H-
man.
Hold on. I know one dude by the name of, and I hate to give him fucking any kind of exposure.
You
but
don't
the
have
dude
to give
named
him credit.
Sway,
Just
Oh, don't even
Sway.
mention it.
that motherfucker. He
That-
came in my conversation out of nowhere. I've never talked to him. He had SOCOM in his name, and he was saying, "Why would you guys
Christ,
ever make
right.
a SOCOM,
because
remaster for PS4? It would just be
they
lame."
try to
That's
cling
a
off
quote.
of us to get everybody, on their friends list before they talk shit. Like, look at that fucking sports guy. He was on my
Right.
friends list. I was legit with him. He was going back and forth on the you're entitled to, but speak your real true mind on what your thoughts are. Don't be like going back and forth like a hooker. So basically, he was fucking
Whoa.
fucking both of us. And it's like, what the hell, man? I'm sorry, but I got a little carried away on the
Yeah. So
hooker
who is it? Who
comment.
are they? Who are these H-Hour guys? Because
They're
someone asked.
They're
Celerity?
PC gamers, man. They
Hold on,
got no
Celerity,
idea.
you got the answer we're looking for here?
If you look in my recent tweets, you'll see all 4 of their names
There you
tagged
go.
in the conversation that we're
Domtron,
having.
I've never ever heard. I always see him on PC or if he's ever, live streaming. I do my homework. I see who all these retards are.
All
Well,
right,
I
so
don't
we
want to
got
say
this,
retards,
but
but
these guys are they old SOCOM players who followed the movement, or these are guys are like, or are they H-hour
No, they already
fans?
blocked all the old SOCOM people out of the
Oh,
soft
okay, so
studios
these are
already.
newer. These aren't even SOCOM fans. These are newer guys
Yeah.
who like the H-hour.
they're not the people
Uh,
that were there in the beginning, like
like
They're SOCOM 4
Celerity,
fans.
it's not
Vigilant,
Makes sense.
BigFry,
We
Abel,
demo.
whoever.
yeah, we funded their Kickstarter and then they said, "Okay, thanks.
What the hell?
See you later."
See, and you're not on a NDNA non-disclosable agreement. You're not on any of that stuff, right? So you're
Um,
allowed to like.
as long as I don't talk about like things that happened in the past with the alpha and stuff
Yeah,
like
no
that.
problem. We respect that. So basically,
What happened
when
with the
does that
alpha?
lift? Apparently, that already lifted, or does that lift
The
99
POC
years later or
the
something? I heard.
POC NDA is basically up because it's been leaked everywhere. So they
So
don't give
there
a
you
shit
go.
about that anymore.
There you go.
Mhm.
So if anybody wants to hear it, by the way, just tune in to Big Fry's channel. He'll be telling you more about it. I don't know if he's gonna say anything about it, but I think he wants
Blow
to.
the
But
doors open.
yeah, we're pretty much
Oh,
done with the HR. I just wanted to get that across to everybody that watches the stream, the HR community. If you ever run across them, yeah, give them a chance. Give them a chance to
listen. I want
speak
to go
because
a
they
step
sound.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Juvy's got something to say.
Go
Go
ahead, go
ahead.
ahead, you.
further than that, man. I'm gonna invite who invite one of those guys on, and I want to challenge them to a one-on-one with Running Man. If they're,
One
if
on
they're
one.
not I
Yeah.
want to challenge them to them because I mean they want to get in everybody's tweets. They want to talk about this and that.
Mhm.
As long as it's cordial, as long as there's no cursing and talking over each other, and why not? You know.
Oh, they can go 10 times first, man. I'll go last or first. It don't matter, man.
Yeah. Fucking
I
right.
So
got all the
if you
confidence
don't
in the
mind,
world. So calm, baby.
you want to go one on one.
Dude, nobody goes one on one with Running Man. Not even Running Man. He knows
um,
better.
another good question. If SOF is so much about SOCOM and making a spiritual successor, why aren't they supporting anything to do with SOCOM?
That's a great
Why
That's a
question.
why do
great
they delete
question.
why are they deleting posts on their forums that mention anything about SOCOM?
Probably because they
And
realize there's a better chance that they remaster than
Because they stole
fucking.
they stole it. They stole the money. They stole the concept. They scratched the name off. They just want to. It seems like it is. I don't really know, but from what everybody tells me, what I can gather, they basically, H hours is his own entity now. There's no more.
Uh,
There's no more SOCOM now. It's just H hour.
And you'll
It
notice
makes
if you
people
go on SOF Studios, you'll see their retweets are pathetic. They got like 5
yeah,
retweets from the same group.
they used to excuse me they used to in like a year or two ago they used to get like up to 1,000 retweets and favorites from everybody,
exactly.
and
But
now
that's when you guys were around,
they get maybe
us around.
3 dozen tops.
All right. Well, fuck.
Well, I mean, they shut everybody down. This
And they
what
still
pissed
want
me
money
off
though.
with that POC, man. We had everybody we wanted in there doing the test. All these old soul commerce and and people we're very very confident in, and to get through it, everything's great, everything's looking good. This guy leaves. Which I don't care if it's 5 years or now. I still would like an answer. Of why he left, which probably we'll never get. But
No.
I'm very curious. This guy leaves and everything goes downhill. They probably fired him, and they say, "Hey, you're done now, and we got all this money. We're moving forward here. We're gonna make what we want." That's what it seems like. I don't know,
I think he
but
realized it was a piece of shit and he didn't want his name attached to it.
no, but they
That's what
say
I
Oh,
think.
even that we had it. They're saying we had
Yeah.
it. We had the gameplay.
Okay,
That
why
it
is
was in the PLC. I mean, that's what SOCOM is in for the gameplay, the mechanics.
Russ still there? What's he doing? Does
Yeah,
he not
that's
want a
yeah.
bad rep either? Is that what it is?
I
David
think
Sears
he.
doesn't care because he's got contacts everywhere, but I don't know if Russ has as many contacts as David Sears does. He was part of making all the maps, but the main engineer of the maps was this other guy. I don't know what his name is right now. If someone could type it up in chat, I'm gonna look on Facebook right now. But he's the main dude that basically, and he's the main dude that made the maps is supporting us with the SOCOM Remastered campaign as well. He's acknowledged.
Oh,
Really?
okay. So
What's his name, man? We need to
exclusive
get him
right
out
here.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, I did not know that. So Russ was not the main guy.
No, I'm
He
gonna
was just
pull his
part of
name
it.
up.
Okay,
Yeah,
we need to
let's
get
get
his Twitter handle
yeah.
out there.
That's great. That's great information right there. Because
Yeah.
I always
His
assumed
name's
that it was
Graham
Russ from
Case.
what everybody was saying. Hey, Russ is this and Russ is that. So Russ is not even the main guy.
What's
No,
his
his
name?
name is Graham Case.
Graham Kays. Can
I'll
you
type
tweet
it.
out his Twitter handle so we can go check it out? If he has a Twitter, I don't know. Make sure
I
we
don't
go
Dude,
check that out.
if I ever win the lotto, man, we getting as many SOCOMs as you want. They're all
We're
getting
getting all of
remade.
them with single player.
They're all getting remade. Plus the new ones. Don't worry.
All right.
Y'all getting them for free.
Okay. I think we talked enough about this H-hour drama, whatever.
H-hour.
Let's move on to some X-Link, man. I saw you yesterday, Celerity. You were streaming SOCOM on X-Link, right? So I want to ask you, like, how does it feel? How does X-Link feel to you compared to how SOCOM was back in the day? Do you still get that same feeling?
Besides it being pre-patched and people dropping grenades everywhere when you try to shoot them at, and try to jump
Right.
jump over balconies or against objects, basically, it's pretty solid. Besides lag, there's definitely always lag,
Yeah, you always had run in place and lag and SOCOM.
but it basically same thing as SOCOM Online.
Is
No.
it laggier than a regular SOCOM
Yes,
PSN?
there's a
server?
lot more
It is.
bugs. There's a lot
Okay.
more bugs with it. Like people will drop out, or if someone gets DC'd in a LAN room, they won't get booted to the lobby. They'll get put into their own version of the game, and they'll both have the same name. So when you refresh in the lobby, it'll have, say, 1 out of 16 for their version of the game, but if you hit refresh, it'll go to the other version of the game and say how many people are left in that, if that makes sense.
Oh, really?
So basically,
I heard every
you have to-
Saturday you get a good group. Every Saturday or the weekend
Mm.
is a good time to use X-Link.
Yes.
Is that true?
Friday, Saturday nights, definitely the best. Last night I streamed X-Link and we had a full room for about an hour. It went down to about 5v5 after midnight, and I played till 2 in the morning.
Tell us, you almost had a chance to bring it to the PS. You were saying on Twitter, you were finding some kind of way.
Yeah, let's talk about that. You were working on some, I guess you call them emulated servers or whatever. You were
Yes.
trying to contact them. What happened with that? Can you give us a rundown?
We had the SDK for that specific thing. We had everything set up. We were missing 3 files that he needed to put a server up. But the guy contacted Sony, and Sony basically said, "Stop what you're doing right now, or we will sue you really hard."
Oh my god. Okay, so if you were able to get those 3 files,
we would have had a server.
We would have had and we would have had the ranking system and clans as well. Is that right?
Yeah, everything online, everything, all like.
Oh my god.
But you can also do reverse engineering. That they did a Metal Gear reverse engineered server for the second Metal Gear Online, I think it was, or the first one. But they were able to get servers up for that on a private server for PS2 or for PS3. Sorry.
All right. Now, I mean, listen. Probably one of the main reasons why X-Link isn't as popular is because it's just such a headache to set up, man. Do you know anything of how X-Link works? Like, is there any way to like make like an exe file to have it, do everything for everybody, so we get more people on there?
You just port it over. Oh, like an exe. Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry, for X-Link you're talking about?
Yeah, for X-Link.
I could probably configure something and put a zip file up on the internet for download so that everything's already ready for you to go when you get on, and you don't need
Ask
people
the phone, man. Capone been trying to get me on the
Yeah.
damn X link for like 2 weeks straight, and it's just like I think
Mhm.
we've tried everything. I can't get on for some reason.
Dude, we've tried to we did everything. It just doesn't
You
work.
can save that for another day. I'm sure he'll stick around. Celerity, what do you think of the poll? If we don't get SOCOM, what are your reactions going to be?
I'm
If
gonna
we
say
don't get what
Sony's liar. Sony's lying.
like if they don't give us like, okay guys, we got the
Mhm.
results are in for the poll. Thank you for participating, and they don't have our name for
They're
SOCOM
liars.
2.
They're
They're
lying.
liars. They're lying. So, and like, let's say we have Jack and Dexter or Tekken 5 or some bullshit name up. You're going to think, depends what game. Like, the chances of them saying any of those games.
We had 17 pages of comments of SOCOM out of the
Yeah.
39, or maybe
Yeah.
more than 17 then. It probably went up to maybe 20, 22 pages of comments of SOCOM.
Okay, so we've done a poll. We got some, feedback there. We got Adam Boys telling us to tweet out these bigger heads to Sony, the president himself. We got actually people getting blocked. Proof now that you're saying people are getting blocked by some Sony execs or third parties. What are going to happen if we start supporting? Not right now. We're asking the community. We got to calm down. Well, not calm down, but keep supporting if you're new. Just whatever. We don't want to get these guys to acknowledge that we're annoying them. I think we've
Hmm.
been acknowledged, but should we just leave it alone, or what do you think?
I think we should focus on building the PS4 community right now. As
Yeah,
many
because
Yeah.
there
people
are
as
no like
possible.
other people that are be able to taint it around, like fake people. I think your
Mhm.
odds of getting a mole in that community are like probably, I don't know, what's a good chance of you get fakers to want to be in that party? Do you think you'd get any fakers in there, like H-hour community trying to push?
Yeah, I
Did
already seen people
you said or read
advertise,
that? Yeah,
but I
of
don't think
H-hour. How the fuck?
I don't think comments will matter inside of the community. I think just the sheer amount of numbers of the community itself will be self-explanatory to Sony of whether they want to make another SOCOM on PS4.
Yeah, I believe they're actually helping us as far as numbers go, no matter what they say, instead of hurting us. I think we can strengthen numbers, right?
Yeah, that's all
Well,
Sony cares about is numbers and cash.
just
They
from
Yeah.
the
just want
past
something that
couple of
sells.
months that we've been doing all this push and acknowledgement. David Choi's tweet. We got a tweet from Adam Boys acknowledged by Gio Corsi. We got some play here. We got the poll. We got a little bit of answers. That's why I'm asking, should we like stop right now and like just lay back and wait and just once in a while calm tweet it out, but
Hold on, hold
you know
on.
what I mean, like, but they're telling us to tweet at the president. That's the thing, like,
Right.
I'll tweet at him, but I don't
Big
want to
Fry
spam
Big
him
Fry
and
says
get him.
we need to have a group here. We need to, set up like an army and just go in on one day, tweet at
Yes,
whoever. I mean,
yes,
okay,
We
so
should have
yes.
like
so
a
so
Hmm.
shall we
countdown
look to
clock.
Big Fry? Like we
Is
need
That's
he
a
what
on?
I'm
leader
Is he in
here.
the
saying.
chat?
Yeah, he's in chat. Shout out to him. He's in the chat there.
Well, that's the whole point of SOCOM Remaster and what he's doing. And, right now our numbers as a community for his following is at a low peak, 1,000 followers. And I haven't checked last time, but 1,000 followers. And most of them are just not even around anymore. Uh, we got to get like he said, one time when we're ready to hit them hard. So, like I said, didn't I say that from the beginning? If we all support, then we're all not being,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
labeled as spam, and then we don't get blocked. We all get blocked as a big unit. You know what I mean? And that'd be a fucking ass of them because they're a professional company. So I've been saying that since the get go, but I don't want to be alone on this. That's why I'm asking
No, well,
Celerity
Big
what he
Fry just
thinks.
came out
So,
with that idea. I'm sure we all get together and set up,
well, we got that
maybe a
right now
date, a
with
SOCOM
remaster,
date.
SOCOM remastered.
What we could do, there's a
Mhm.
website where you can set up in advance a tweet that you want to tweet out.
Oh.
So if everybody gets on that website and sets a tweet for, say, someday in December before PlayStation Experience happens, and you say SOCOM remastered, blah blah blah, USP, like the dude at like 5 in the afternoon or something.
Oh, so you can
And
program a tweet ready to tweet out on the date?
yep. Why do you
Get out
think
of here.
Soft Studios every Sunday they say Happy Sunday everybody? That's
Okay.
programmed. That's a
Okay.
programmed tweet.
Wow.
Okay. So they're
Not even
not really.
genuine,
They're not
telepathic.
even nice enough to say it in their own words. Oh man. All right. Well, we're gonna have to look into that. Get Fry up on board, and
Yeah.
and whoever streams, man, you should make a bot ready to do this. We should, like I said, you're regrouping, and let's do this then.
Well, I like
Like
what Fry
when
said
are?
about
Yeah.
the
Go
plan
ahead.
that he did, and we should all group together and form as one and do exactly what he said. And I think
That's
that's
what we're doing now, but we barely get tweets. Well, about
yeah, but it's a
SOCOM
little bit
Remaster. So
unorganized
it's
now. So
hard,
I'm
guys.
talking,
It's hard.
yeah,
It's hard to
yeah,
talk over
actually,
on typing, converting to like chatting on a mic. You know what I'm saying? You only get 100 and what? How many words
140?
you get?
120
I don't know.
Honey, yeah, 120
It ain't
characters,
enough. Let's
not
just
characters.
put it
words,
that way.
characters. Yeah.
yeah.
So
So we definitely need to have one of these pushes before the PlayStation experience, right?
Yes. That's
Okay.
why
oh
we
So
need to
yeah,
get the PS4 group up to. Right now the max is 10,000, but I'm pretty sure they'll push a 3.1 update where it goes past that, and they'll fix the
so
database so that there's not like like the populars community section is so broken right now. There's like a community with like 20 people in it,
but
and it's
shouldn't
on
they have
popular
Twitter?
page.
You think? Should they have Twitter too, ready to strike at with these tweets too?
Yeah, I think people they're going to be posting more questions about PlayStation experience in November,
Hmm.
ready to see what fans' reactions would be to certain things.
I don't know, man.
Is
I don't know if
there a
a
date
lot of people
out
don't
for
know.
this PlayStation experience or?
The 5th and 6th of
yeah,
PlayStation,
December.
yeah, 5th and 6th of December.
yep.
They're probably going to showcase the new communities features though, so that's why we're pushing for as many people as possible on PS4 community, so that when they showcase it, it'll
Yeah.
show up on the populars community
You know how
page.
awesome that would be? Oh my god, dude.
So we have to do this 1 day tweet thing fairly soon, no?
So do we do it to the president?
According to
Yes.
Adam Boys, you do. No
Yes.
more Gio Corsi, no more Sahi.
No more Photoshop. Whoever's
Uh,
doing the Photoshop, shout outs to the Photoshop. I think
no third
That was
party.
he
hilarious.
really
I've seen
pissed
a
them
lot of
off.
those. I like the one of the 5 monitors that you had of each SOCOM
Oh
game.
yeah, you like that? Yeah,
That was awesome.
it's facts, man. It's facts. All right.
Facts.
Well,
Yeah.
listen, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, go follow BigFry. I'll put his Twitter in the description, man. Maybe probably just follow him, I guess, because I don't know that SOCOM Remastered guy. I don't know how he's doing. I haven't heard from him in a
That's
while,
Well,
me.
actually.
basically,
Oh, the SOCOM Remastered Twitter group? I
Yeah,
don't
that
know.
dude.
I run the Facebook page, though. I'll let you know that.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
yeah.
so there you go. So follow Celerity as well. Big
Exclusive,
Celerity
dude.
on
This guy's
I don't think
connected.
it's a mystery by now because I've been posting my Twitch on the Facebook page to get people
Well,
interested.
everybody wants to know
Oh,
what
dude.
the Twitter guy, SOCOM, who's the
Is that you,
guy
Celerity?
that wants to
Hold on, hold
take the
on.
credit. So, but we like to keep him as a Superman
Yeah.
or whatever. But he's my hero for pushing us to do this. And
Yeah,
shout outs for that, for fucking him doing it, man.
I didn't want to call out BigFry, but he runs the Twitter page. I didn't know if he wanted
Ah,
to keep
okay.
that secret
Shout
or
out to
not.
Big Fry then. There we go. We finally get to put a name to the name, I guess.
Yeah, he
Basically.
runs
Once again,
an
another
Android.
exclusive.
Here we go, man. You heard it here first. Well, probably not. That's the first time I heard about it. All
Yeah.
right, so damn, okay. Mind blown. All right. Let's move along now. Okay, so I want to ask you a couple. So you recently started streaming, right? And how do you enjoy that so far, dude? The streaming.
It's amazing. Like, I got new internet the other day, so I'm running 100 megs download and 30 upload, and it's been smooth sailing ever since. I've been streaming nonstop the past week, basically. So
Have you tried the beta for Battlefront?
Yeah, let us have it, man. I heard your rant on Twitter. Go ahead.
I don't think Big
You're
Fry.
ranting?
I
Go
don't
ahead.
think
He's here. He's
Yeah, go.
force a giver, buddy.
Big Fry doesn't like my opinions on the game because he
Go
thinks
ahead.
it's
Everybody, like
amazing.
he said, respect everybody's entitled to your opinion. You're allowed to
Okay.
go. Give her. We don't hate
Let
up
me
on Fry's opinions.
let me
Go
pull
ahead.
up. Yeah. Let me
Popcorn
pull
is
up.
ready.
Anyways,
Okay.
while you're bringing it up, I like the fact that you can go to first to third, first person and third. The hut, it's kind of confusing to me. It feels like a little touch, just like I haven't played Star Wars Battlefront. Like I'm not a a diehard fan, um, but basically I try to give it a try. And it's fucking hard to stay alive, and you don't know who's shooting who. It's really raging. Um, Quick paced game. Now there are going to be different modes and game modes, whatever levels. Don't forget, we're still in beta. You guys got to give it a try. Like it
Yeah,
is a movie looking like game, but
it looks really good, man.
I,
I
I
have it downloaded. I haven't played it though, but it looks
I
awesome.
get some headshots and they don't register. There just needs to be a little bit of connections through the connections of the headshots. I like the fact that you can do the third person to first person. Like it feels a little touch like SOCOM too. You'll look at that. You get victory like taunts or whatever. Um, you get to party up with one person only, and your party's in your chat or whatever in your group, but you only play with one on your squad. You don't have a clan rank or whatever. You don't play with like a group of 4 or 5. This is what I'm understanding when I'm playing.
I have it up right now.
All right, give it to us. Let's go.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Let's
so
hear what you guys say.
here's my list. There's no lobbies or server browser.
Oh my
You only can
god.
invite one person to your game. There's no prone feature like they had in the old Battlefront. Um, there's no ammo for your guns. Your
Oh,
weapons just
prone. That's
That's a
annoying.
big one. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
it's a
There's
biggie.
no ammo for your guns anymore.
I
You
like the
basically
fact that you get unlimited ammo and fucking grenades and
yeah, but your
sniper
gun just
rifle. Hmm?
overheats. It just overheats, and then
Well,
you
for
just
somebody
quickly.
that played it, I think it's okay. I think um, they can stretch out the time limit too, maybe to a couple more minutes. The game is a little bit fun, but it's just fucking chaotic. And it's like it doesn't feel tactical. There should have been open mic, like a chat. You could talk to anybody
Mhm.
in the game, right?
The
Communication needs to be
vehicles,
there.
the vehicles are just as OP as battlefields, basically.
Okay.
Um,
Hmm.
the jetpacks, I find you can get up on areas that people can't get up on without jetpacks, and they'll camp up there
So
and
OP.
Okay.
kill you
Okay.
every
Okay.
time.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can
That's a
respond.
value. Good point.
You respond to people that are like 10 feet in front of you that are your enemy, and you'll die instantly.
Yeah.
Um, the small map is basically just a bunch of rocks thrown into a map with a ship in the middle of it.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, that is a little
Go
harsh
on.
now. Be nice now. Brian is watching. Yeah, no, but do you think this game has potential? Like it will, be a big game? There are, like it is in beta, open beta. Do you think there is potential? Like it's there. I think it just needs to be tweaked a little bit.
Yeah, but they need to add some of these features. Like the back in the old Battlefront, they used to have the little creatures in the brown hoods and the glowing eyes walk around. I don't remember what they're called. They used to walk around the map like neutral AI, just like filling the environment besides
Hmm.
people that you're playing against, and that was part of the environment. And they don't have that in that game. I don't know if there'll be in other maps or not, or if they're going to add it afterwards. The hero characters were part of the old game as well, and the flying reminds me of Rogue Squadron, which I played the shit out of on N64.
Hmm. So do you
Uh,
think some of these things will get fixed when it's out of beta? Because, like for example, the prone, I think that's like a no-brainer. Like, there should be a prone, right?
yeah, that's the first feature. Like, I was in a gun battle. I didn't even zoom in. I just did SOCOM style running gun, and I
Hmm.
tried to prone behind something, and there just was not a prone button. Like, I'm like, are you kidding me? I
All
just
right.
I, my character just crouched down, and I basically just got a headshot. Like the guy just executed me.
And
That's the
usually they're
first
like
time
four or
ever.
five of them in a pack, and you like shoot 2 of them, and then your gun's all worn out, and
Yeah.
you can't shoot.
Oh, and you get the vehicles through power ups now. The vehicles used to be actual vehicles that you could just get into through the base of the spawn areas.
Well, is there like options where you your gun ranks up as you go, or you'll get better boost in your gun,
Yeah, it's
longer
like a Call of
time?
Duty system.
Well,
There's like
it's in
you get
beta. Then they're only giving you a certain amount of perks, so you
you
can't
get
cut up the game. But
you get these cards that you use as power ups, and as well as like you get your. There's not really a sidearm. You get a sniper rifle type deal gun,
all
but
Okay.
right,
if your gun overheats and you don't reload it right away, and you're trying to pull out a sidearm to like shoot like finish the guy off so you don't die, it's not happening because you don't get a pistol.
all right. Let's get to another game here. Sorry, guys. I like to get his opinion on these games
No,
because
it was good.
he
It was
is our
good.
guest. Metal Gear Solid. What are your outputs on that?
Oh my god, I played like 24 hours of that game in the last 3 days that it came out.
Take this potato, you
So
bastard.
you feel like it's communication? Do you talk with a lot of people online, or is there?
Yes. Um,
Okay.
the only
What are
thing
your
is
game modes? Do you have a game mode?
comm control. That's it. That's all I play.
Comm
Comm control.
control? Okay. Okay.
Um, comm controls basically capture like control points, A, B, and C. Whoever captures the most and gets racks up the most points wins. So basically, you have an objective where you know where enemies are going to be coming to, and you got to defend.
Is
Just
it
like
is it is it complicated to play, like to catch on, like vice versa? Battlefront is an easy game, like I found, because both of them are really new to me. I really don't know nothing about it.
Oh shit.
I got into it because I'm a shooter and I want to, I like the point that there was high potential for it, 5 star, and like Battlefront, you can't argue about the graphics and stuff like that, but there are some problems that they can look at into and fix
yeah,
it. Same
Metal
with
Gear.
Metal Gear.
Yeah, the cloaking and the vehicle is the
The
big
worst.
problem in the game.
Yeah, yeah. In
All
real
right.
life, what would you do? Fucking wrap her a little invincible cloak like Harry Potter and kill the guy?
Yeah,
So it's
Yeah,
like,
man.
fuck.
Who wouldn't?
that's what they have that game mode like tailored to it as well. That Cloak and Dagger game mode, like it's the only one lifer mode right now in Metal Gear, and the whole other team is invisible and they have stun guns. That's it. You can't use a lethal weapon. But you basically capture these discs and bring it back to your side of the field, and if you capture them, if they upload to your area, you win the round.
Yeah, because like I like to give these third person shooter games a try because I am a SOCOM shooter, and these games that I play, like, don't get me wrong, they're okay, but they're just complicated, and you just gotta continuously like play it. You got to give it some time for you to like uh, criticize about them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I wanted to hear about you because I hardly played it. It's like I don't know if I'll let it collect dust or what, but the potential is there, and it's not a game where you can
Just the
just pick up and go though.
Yeah, I just think the Battlefront only released one map in one game, like or two maps and two game modes, right? They didn't give us much to look at. Um,
Hmm.
so and there's no single player either. So
Do we
what
know
are
if
they
there is going to be
doing?
a single player
No, there's only going to be cooperative mode. That's it. That's
and
what I've
online,
heard.
multiplayer,
Yeah,
whatever? Oh,
yeah.
okay. That kind of sucks. All right.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Well, there's always going to be ups and downs in games that come out. That's why you get that misleading, or you get that 100%. Well, not 100%, but you get that somewhat legit. That game is legit. So we'll just have to see what happens when it does come out. Like Metal Gear Solid did come out, and people are still playing it, loving it. So yeah, that's good. Thanks you for that info.
yeah, well,
So
yeah,
good. All right.
I made about like maybe 7 or 8 people buy Metal Gear already just from viewing my stream. So we're just trying to get like I hope they do like a demolition type mode on that game where it's one lifer round based, and they do like a game battles out of it or something, just to like hold us
Yeah.
over until like a SOCOM comes out.
anything that involves with a community that creates clan warring, um, it's a big key, especially when, like I was saying last podcast, when you have a clan war. Sometimes it's registered, or you just bound to coming across a group of people. You guys, really, on the end of the day, you guys are like, oh, well, good game, man. You know, you kicked my ass, but like you meet a group of good people, and you never know. You keep in touch with them, and then
Yeah.
it just keeps going. And there are no shit talkers on SOCOM. You know, there are always, you know, you got the odd once in a while fucking team killers or people that were coming in, but whatever. They were doing that just to get a rise, you know, to piss off people, but
Right.
whatever.
There's a lot of those on X-Link.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Killing the hostages.
All right, man. We're
Those are
closing in
H-hour
on.
folks.
We're getting into the hour territory here. So, I mean, okay, I want to say something about your YouTube. I noticed on YouTube, all you have is SOCOM videos. Will you be making videos of other games, like like
Yes,
your
I
Battlefront first impressions and all that?
exported these segments. I couldn't export my whole stream because one of them was over 7 hours long.
Oh my
So
god. Okay.
you can't upload that whole thing to. I have the video saved on my computer, but it won't. It's corrupted in some way that it only lets you play it. It won't let you scrub through it. It'll just
Now,
give you an error.
now, will we ever hear a second opinion on Battlefront?
Yeah.
Star Wars?
When the beta,
I'm
when it's
not.
out of
I'm
beta.
not buying the game. I'm not buying it.
Oh, that bad. Okay.
Damn.
Sick. All
Maybe
right.
if
Alright,
it's
So,
man.
on sale for $20 at some point on PC, and it's actually optimized because I played the PC version, and AMD always gets shitted out.
Yeah.
Battlefront 4 or Battlefield 4 was the same way for the
were you
beta.
ever a Star Wars fan? Like, you ever, you know, watch the Star Wars series and stuff like that? Like, a collector or
Uh,
anything like that? Or, like, you
I
know,
played the
into
old
Star Wars?
Battlefronts on PS2 and Xbox original. I also
Mm-hmm.
played Rogue Squadron on N64, but I wasn't really too much into the lore or any of the movies really.
Yeah.
So, but that's just me. Like, I'm not gonna look at the game as like, oh, it's Star Wars, I'm buying it instantly. Like,
Mm.
that's what
I didn't
EA
buy it like
wants.
that. I wouldn't buy it like that, but
Yeah, but that's
I'm
what
not.
EA is doing. That's EA partnered or bought out LucasArts, like for the game, the Star Wars brand in EA. Um, they just want people to see the game as a Star Wars game, and they want
Mm-hmm.
sales instantly. That's all they're looking for. That's how
All
I
right.
feel.
Okay. All
All
right.
right, man. Listen, we're at the tail end here of this podcast. Anybody got any shout outs? I mean, shout out to the chat. Hold on, let me get you guys up here.
Shoutouts to
All you guys.
fucking Battlefront. You can go play it right now. It's free on the
It's free,
PS4.
at
It
least.
is.
You won't
Yeah,
waste money.
it's a fun time right now because you know you're playing all these other old games that just need to die because it's like Call of Duty 1, 2, 3, and up to whatever. So,
All right.
Are you getting Call of Duty 3?
No,
No. Okay. Okay.
I
All right,
haven't got
man.
Call of Duty since I
Juvie,
picked
you
up
there?
Ghost for $20.
Yeah, I'm
But
here. I'm here.
You got any closing thoughts, man?
Uh,
Would you
I don't
try
know,
it
to
out?
close out.
Go ahead. What?
Call of Duty Black Ops,
Go
they
ahead.
have a R1 L1 where you
Go
do
ahead. Just keep
you do
going.
a
Fuck
special move.
it. There's no time limit. Just keep going, bro.
Okay,
Keep fucking going.
it's a first-person game. They have a Destiny special move now. You can run off walls. It's like Titanfall type shit. The one feature I played Advanced Warfare. They had a perk where you could shoot while running. That is probably the only good thing that they put in Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 1.
Well, we'll have to see when it comes out. New York, New York. You have any closing thoughts?
Yeah,
What about
please.
Battlefront? Would you try it out? On an end note,
Battlefront. But nah, not yet. I have
even
to.
if I told you there was a little bit of SOCOM feel there.
Well, it depends, man. I'm waiting to see how these polls go. You know, I don't know. Not yet, but possibly, yeah, possibly in the future. I might get into that stuff. I'm a SOCOM all day, so trying to
Well,
get
right
into
now
that.
I don't know how long it's lasting. The game's free on beta, so if you want to check it out, everybody's on it.
All
Check it
right.
out if you want. It's up.
Okay, we are at the end here. We'll see you guys next Friday, hopefully. If everything goes good, maybe we get somebody else here. I have all your guys' Twitter up there. Make sure you follow them. Go check the description of the video. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Later.
Peace, guys.
Thanks everybody in the chat. Everybody
See you
joining.
on another.
Also, please be sure to check out some of my other videos in the SOCOM News Episode 2 and History of SOCOM. Just click the annotation on the screen. It'll take you there. And yeah, see you guys next time.